Look under there, under the cab, see if you see anything hooked up to it or whatever. No, right here in the front. You'd have to look under there as I come out, make sure, but I'm pretty damn sure I got everything unhooked. I'm just worried about whatever's in the front there. I didn't let the turbo cool down, is that okay?
Usually don't need it.
Those deals are usually all welded together, and that one looks like that probably had some work.
Oh, they ripped the top of it off.
Some problem.
Huh? They ripped the top of it off. That's been welded.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, we just gonna have to fix that when it goes back on.
Yeah.
So what's there's bolts over there that catch it?
Yeah, there's the ends of bolts and nuts hanging out the other side, and they just fucking keep nailing it and pulling it apart.
So the nut should have been on the inside? Or it can't
Probably. Maybe the bolt, if it was a thin head, wouldn't fuck it up.
Alright.
There you go.
Well, it's off. I think we had a little bit of damage here. Yep. Bent the snot out of that. Yes, sir, yes, sir. I wonder if I stick that up. Yeah. Gonna have to do a little body and fender there. Alright. Look at all that stuff down hook. Probably go after the steam cleaner first. What do you think? So it just looks like we have leakage in this general area and probably back into there. Now, to get to all those ripper hoses, I'm thinking fuel tank's coming off. That's my thinking. That would make it easy to clean everything up and get it fixed. So I wonder, I don't think it's got much fuel in it. I don't think. Holy crap, it's clear full. I got a free tank of fuel with this purchase. Shit, I'm money ahead now. Jeff's money ahead. New tranny, new converter, free tank of fuel, new radiator, new lift cylinders. Shit, buy the century. Just a bad motor. How much could that possibly cost? A lot of guys want to know what I had into Jpaydirt. With the transmission, I figure we're pushing an easy 15,000. This one, this could easily be 15 grand. If the crank's gone, or if there's other damage. Yeah, baby. But I got a horn, so that makes up for it. Totally, completely makes up for it. Maybe somebody that watches my channel down there and worked on this can tell me what happened and its history. Let me know. So, got a lot of questions on this D9. This is the one I bought last December when we were working on the landfill C&D pit. And I bought it online, Ritchie Brothers sale. It was down at the Tooele, Utah sale. I paid $12.5 for that, honey. So it's got a new transmission and converter. It's got new dozer ram cylinders and a radiator. This one here is the one that's going to get the full Monty. So this one, the engine ran, it seemed to be fine, but the converter's got aluminum sparkles in the filter. So this one, I'm going to take the engine out and we'll clean it up and paint it. We may drop the pen, check the bearings, those kind of little things. Overhaul the converter, pull the tranny, go through the tranny because we know nothing about it. Go through the steering clutches, make sure that everything's good there, because there's no sense in going to all the work of fixing up the engine converter and not going through the tranny and the steering clutches, because there it is, easy to get to and tear it apart. Now the other one that's sitting clear out here is the one I bought after this one, and that one was down in Pocatello, Idaho. I paid 15 grand for him. He runs, but it's got a lot of problems. Not one piece of chrome on there is any good. It's leaking oil out from under the heads on the camshaft side. The gophers got to it and gutted the inside. It needs a bunch of work. And it doesn't have much on the grousers left. So that one is a good candidate to use for parts. So that's what I'm going to do with that one, is part it out. How much you bet that I end up blasting and painting that one? Huh? I bet I do. I just won't be able to stand it. But anyway, put the motor in. I got good powertrain tracks. I need to reseal the rams on the ripper, but the chrome looks good. We'll fix a bunch of leaks, replace hoses, just cherry it up so she'll be reliable. And then I'll have a backup for Killdozer. We getting some rock we need to bust up. That one's got a big single shank on it. Those rippers are quite a bit tougher. And you can, since it's a 4-barrel, you can pry in the rock. So that's what we'll do, is pry. All right, Mr. Griff came to see me. He's ready to go home. Are you ready to go home? Oh, he wants to chase the steam cleaner. So he has chewed the soap suction hose clean off of this. This is like his exercise. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? There you go. All right, you got that out of your system? Silly dog. Can you see the game trail in my lawn? I get a lot of game making a trail. That little guy right there. That's his path. Look at his tongue hanging out. What's the matter, Mr. Griffey? You tuckered out, buddy? I gotta walk here, Jeff, because grass is up to my belly. You need to mow the lawn. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna find a good spot to splooch here. Says I can hardly get through this jungle grass. He's a good little dog. All right, we're in the belly of the beast. This is the transmission drain, and I've got to open that up because I got to undo the lines to the suction on the front of the tranny. And if I don't drain the oil, I'll have bubbling oil everywhere, like Jed Clampett. So I got me trusty 3/4 on there. Let's see how tight this is. Oh, good Lord. Oh, okay, it's coming. We're coming. So these trannies with the converter is going to have about probably 5 gallons in the bottom of it, which I got to drain that. The book on a G says 33 gallons. So I got that cut-off drum over there, and that's up about 2 ribs. So that's going to be half a drum. So I'm hoping that'll take it all. If it doesn't, we go be trouble. Hope it doesn't come out on me till I got to get it to where I'm going to unscrew it with my fingers first. It's not wanting to come. There we go. I pull this. And then try not to drop the plug in there. I guess although it doesn't matter, I can go fishing for it later. But let's find out. Here we go. Let's take a bath. If you get this just right, you're going to get sprayed in oil. Plus, if it doesn't hold it, I need to stick the plug back in. All right, here we go. There we go. Come on, baby. Start to leak. There we go. There we go. It's not a magnetic plug, which we're going to have to get one. You should always have a magnetic there. She's a spewing in there. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. She's a coming out. I can hear the breathers a sucking up there. It's kind of dark in here, but I'm hoping I can see it. I'm hoping it'll take it all. Because this is the cutoff drum I use to do this generally. Pretty clean oil, doesn't smell like it's had a lot of hours on it. 'Cause I'm an older man, you can trust what I say. I know the smell of old oil. She's gonna do her. She's gonna take her all. I don't see it coming up to the top, so can you see it? Can you guys make a comment real quick? Oh, there I can see the. It's gonna fill it. Oh boy. This is gonna be tight. I don't know if I dare. I might be wanting to be putting the plug back in here real quick. I don't know. I don't want this to run over because it'll just be a mess to get it out. Come on, quit. Petering out. Boy, that's going to be fun getting this out of here. Going to be putting a chain around it, trying to slide it out. I'm not sure here. What do I do? That is really getting full. That's going to be tough to manhandle out of here. Come on, drain. Stop. I think I gotta call that quits. I'm afraid that's gonna. Come on, I can't get around here so I can get the plug back in. I'll just have to get this, somehow get this out of here if I can, and then get another pan under it. Oh. That was a lot more oil than I thought. I miscalculated just a wee bit there, Mr. Charlie, and it's still leaking. So, over here is that's the converter drain. And then this is the sump screen for the converter. Oh, look, there's a tag on here. What does it say? I can't read that. Got my dark glasses on. What does that say? I don't know. Phillips? Phillips? Who the hell's Phillip? Flannel Phillip? No, can't be. So I'm gonna get wipe this oil off my hand, retrieve my phone, take a picture of that tag. I don't see one like that on the tranny. Yeah, it says Phillips. That says build date 12 of 2023, job number 9072. Phillips 801-450-2448. Heavy Equipment Services LLC. Huh. So in 23, the converter was done, but I didn't see a tag anywhere on the tranny, and I'm sure that one or the other went out, or the tranny went out, so they just did the converter, because it's like I say, it's a long ways in here. There's no sense of doing a tranny and then 5 minutes later the converter goes, or do the converter and then the tranny goes. I didn't see a tag on the top. I don't see one. Not to say there isn't one, but I'm assuming if they did the converter, they did the tranny. So I got this massive boulder in here that came with me from Utah. I'm gonna have to get a sledgehammer to get that one out. So let's crawl out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh man. So what was it, the day I was sting cleaning on this, and I just got covered in crap, and it was in globs of grease were in my hair, and I didn't know it. And I went in and I took a shower, and the first thing I did is stuck my head into the shower, and apparently that stuff fell out on the tub floor in the other bathroom, and I got all washed up and I turned the water off and looked at the floor, and oh my gosh. So I thought, well, I'll clean that up. So I got soap on my hand, I started rubbing it. That stuff wouldn't go away. I still haven't told Mrs. Anderson where all those black rub marks came from. I'm horrible. Don't tell her. Don't tell no one. Alright, so now I'd like to see if I can get that tub of crap out of there. I'm not too confident that I can slide 30 gallons of oil out on this 3/4 without having it dig into the ground. But I'm game for anything. We'll give that shit a whirl. Probably get my gloves all covered and all. Oh my goodness. There, is that better? Now can you see? The struggle is real. Real bad. Oh my. I should have put the plug back in a lot earlier. Yeah, I should go to dig in the ground unless I lift up here. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I need a piece of flat bar to put under it. Maybe pry it up. Oh, what I really need is an oil pump to suck this stuff up. Good Lord. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't going. It ain't coming. So I should have quit when it was down here farther. I should have quit while I was ahead. That's what I should have done. So I have to clean my gloves off. A little bit of gravel. I may have to go get a set of vice grips and hook onto here so I can lift it up and get it out. But Jeff will win. I'll get it out. I'll get it out. All right. I think I've had enough for today. Sun is going down, clear over there. In the winter time, it's clear over here. Let me tell you something depressing. So, June 20th is the summer solstice, longest day of the year. After that, they start to get shorter. So summer's over about June 20th. It's all downhill to December 20th. Shortest day of the year. We can start all over. Alright, well, if you got any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. I think I did. A lot of confusion about what tractor this is. This is the one I bought at the Ritchie Brothers sale last December for $12,500. Just needs a lot of work. So I am going to fix this and it's going to run. Going to park the one clear out there. The D9H that's out there that the raccoon disassembled. Ate all the seat and everything. This one's getting the full Monty. Paint, powder coat, and chrome. So Drained the converter, pulled the drain plug out, and this is what's on the magnetic. That's kind of odd for having done the tranny and the converter. I don't know, maybe it didn't get it all cleaned out. Maybe a lot of it was in the bevel gear. I don't know, but that doesn't look too promising. The oil on the dipstick for the tranny didn't look bad. It looked clean. But after draining it into that barrel, pouring it out into my oil containment tote, it shows a lot of striations of what looks like clutch material, which is going to come out as a black color. You can see the shinies in that, and it's pretty black. So I probably, when I get the converter off the engine, I probably better open it up and have a look at it, see what it looks like, and then based on what it looks like, I guess I can decide whether to go through the tranny while I'm here. Hate the thoughts of that, but I also hate the thoughts of it going to heck. I thought about calling this outfit in Salt Lake and see if they had any records on what they did. You know, I'm not saying they do bad work, but sometimes you get a customer who says, just patch it together. We'll make, you know, just long enough to go a little longer. You know, and then a lot of things that should get replaced don't get replaced. It'd just be nice to know what kind of failure it had and what was replaced in it. So anyway, that oil ain't so good looking after all. Got my trusty plug box out here, plug boxes, and it is time to start undoing hoses and stuff. So the worst part about this is removing this brace for the brake levers. I may not have to do that. Oh, phone's ringing. Okay, I got the hoses undone under there. I drained the engine oil, and it had 15 gallons of oil in it, and it should have only had 10. So I dumped the bucket out, and then I noticed some chunks of iron in the bottom, and I picked them up. Here's a picture of it. Looks to me like it's part of the rod bushing, piston pin bushing. But the other thing is, so they've stripped the hex off the drain here. So this is an environmental drain. So you undo this and your oil comes out the bottom. Well, I had to put a pipe wrench on it to get it undone. And you got to go through the pan with a socket to get on here. So you'd have to drop the pan every time to change the oil. So I thought for giggles, I'd take a sample. So I got a sample out here I'm going to send to Western, just out of curiosity to see what they come up with, what they say is in it. But I didn't see any, like rod bearing, Babbitt bearing material. All I saw is brass. There's a lot of brass in it. And I wondered about that because it wouldn't fire on that one cylinder. And I don't know. Hopefully it's not a crank bearing, it's a rod bushing. So this last little bit of oil I dumped out, I've tipped the bucket up on here and put a paper towel in here to soak it up. Anyway, I don't know if it's going to stick to this, or tomorrow morning we'll see what we got there. But like, there's a piece right there. He didn't come off, but there's shards of brass, and I don't see, I'm not seeing bearing material, I'm just seeing brass. So that's what I'm guessing, but it's like, what, did they run it low on oil and then somebody hurried and dumped 10 more gallons in it and overfilled it? So they could say, yeah, it had oil and everything in it, just started knocking. I don't know, we'll find out. Right, Mr. Griffey? Mr. Griffey's waiting for Matt to get his tote goat going. Oh, he wants to bark at the steam cleaner again? You want to bark at the steam cleaner? Okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? You chewed the hose off. There's nothing left for you to bite. It's all gone. All right, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's what came out of it. Right there, lots of brass particles. All right, Mr. Griff, you ready to go home? I think we're ready to go home, ain't we? Let's go find some chow. All right, so there's you another D9 video for you. Tomorrow should be ready to lift that motor out. No, I don't have a lifting device, but I've got a brainiac plan that might work. So stay tuned for that.